Hey, welcome to LHC Prepared. The content in this video is for educational and informational purposes only. I'm not sponsored by, nor am I paid by any company who manufactures or sells any products that I might discuss or mention in this video. Thanks for tuning in. I hope everyone is doing great. My name is Ryan, and let's get into it. This is video number 5 in the Unconventional Mindset series. In this video, we're going to be talking about the cardiovascular triangle, what it is, where it is, and why it's my preferred point of aim when dealing with a threat. The cardiovascular triangle is basically an imaginary line that's drawn from end to end of your clavicles or your collarbones down to the tip of your sternum, also called the xiphoid process. And inside this area are some pretty vital bits. You have your heart, your lungs, got your spine, pulmonary artery, your aortas, ascending and descending, your superior and inferior vena cava, and a whole host of other vital elements in that area. In my opinion, it's extremely helpful to know a thing or two about human anatomy when it comes to using a firearm for self-defense.
I have detailed files on human anatomy.
I bet. Makes you a more efficient killer, right?
Correct.
No, wait, something wasn't right about that clip. Let's watch it again.
I have detailed files on human anatomy.
I bet. Makes you a more efficient
at stopping the threat.
Correct.
Hey, that's more like it. Because after all, we never intend to kill anyone. Our primary goal is to stop a threat, right? So from the animation, it's easy to see why the cardiovascular triangle, or the CVT, is my preferred point of aim, and why most of my training focuses on getting rounds in that cardiovascular triangle in that location. As I showed before in a previous video, these are the targets that I make. I just make them out of corrugated cardboard so I can put them on yard stakes and I can just stick them in the ground. I believe this is 12 by 14, so about the size of the average adult human chest. And as you can see, I just took a black magic marker, like a Sharpie, and drew in my cardiovascular triangle. It works well. As you can see, like going back to the animation, you can see how this goes from collarbone to collarbone and comes down to about the tip of my sternum, the xiphoid process, right? The circle is just a focal area. And a place for me to work on some, if I want to slow down and work on being a little bit more accurate. But the entire target here is combat effective. Up here, obviously combat effective if you want to work on some accuracy. Besides the CVT containing many major arteries, veins, and organs, it's also the largest area on a human target. As I mentioned in earlier videos, it's pretty difficult to get super accurate, like bullseye hits on a violent, moving criminal that's hell-bent on harming you or your family. Sometimes you get lucky, you'll get those accurate hits, but don't count on it. The CVT, being that it's the largest area on a human target, it can be engaged from all angles and all sides. The CVT can be engaged from the back. And I know, why am I talking about engaging someone from the back? But think about it. It might not be your life that you're trying to save. If someone's brutally attacking your loved one, are you going to take the time and reposition yourself in front of that person so you can get rounds in the front? No, because any time that you take to try to reposition yourself could be another stab, could be another hit with that baseball bat. That threat needs to stop, and it needs to stop immediately. If you have to engage from the back, then do what you have to do. You're going to have to do whatever it takes to stop that threat. Rounds to the CVT are combat effective. If that individual doesn't immediately stop what they're doing, if anything, it'll give them pause. And in that pause, in that small little gap of time, that could allow you to escape. And in some situations, that's going to give you time to place more rounds into that target. Whatever you have to do to stop that threat. Placing combat effective shots into the CVT can stop a threat immediately. Permanently. Okay. A shot to the heart, and the threat's over in moments. And like I said, probably permanently. Okay. Threat done. A shot that severs or severely damages the spine, that attacker is going to drop like a bag of rocks. A hit into any of the major arteries or veins, like your aortas or your vena cavas, That's gonna be very rapid and severe blood loss. A hole in the lungs will cause them to collapse. Can't breathe very well with a collapsed lung. A hole in the trachea, also known as the windpipe. I mean, there goes your breathing. If you can't breathe, you can't attack. A hole in the chest cavity can lead to what's called a pneumothorax or a tension pneumothorax. Now, pneumothorax is basically when air can enter the lung cavity, okay? But the air can also escape, so you're pulling air in, air can kind of slowly leak out so that lung can still somewhat function. When it comes to a tension pneumothorax, that's a lot more severe. A tension pneumothorax, air can enter your chest cavity, but it can't escape. So what happens is that air will start to build up, and it builds up very quickly. Okay, think of how often you're breathing. It'll build up very quickly, and the air can't escape. So that air will start to compress, and it'll compress down even further on that lung that's probably already collapsed. But where the issues arise is that tension pneumothorax, that air will start to compress your heart, and it'll compress it down, and it'll cease all blood flow to the point of cardiac arrest. And this happens very quickly. I mean, this isn't like a 15, 20 minutes later. I mean, this happens quick. So again, I'll reiterate, shots to the CVT are extremely combat effective. But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed your little anatomy lesson. Again, work on getting those combat effective hits. And in my opinion, the best place to work on getting those combat effective hits are the cardiovascular triangle. It's a very threat stopping area to be shot. Okay. Stay prepared. Keep that unconventional mindset. Take care of your tribe. And we'll see you next time.